Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from not Whitefish, Kalispell, Montana. Whew, haven't made that mistake in a little while, but it's possible. It happens. So today is Tuesday, so it is Kit Together Tuesday, and I've got a little special for you. We are going to start mixing up the kits, all right, because we have 2 new kits a month. I'm waiting for my new July ones, and in the meantime, we're going to mix up some kits. This time around, I decided to mix up the 2 kits from June, the Shaded Petals and the Washes of Gratitude, because I thought they fit together pretty good. Now, I did put these cards together a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't able to make it last week. So let's see if I can remember what I had in mind, or we'll just come up with some new stuff. So let's go ahead and switch. Let me just show you the kits originally. So this was the Shaded Petals kit. All right. And we had this one, which was really pretty. We had this one where we were using the inks and the daubers to do these. And then we have this one. All right, so we were using the Calypso Coral and the Highland Heather. And of course, I was using my old daubers, which I forgot over there. So now I guess today I'll be using the new daubers. All right, and then we have our different adhesives. And we had quite a few different adhesives in this kit. We had the strips, we have the little minis, we have the glue dots, and we had the tear and tape. I don't know why I all of a sudden blanked out on that. And we had these 2. Now what I did for today is I went ahead and brought back in my regular sized ink pads for that. So let's go ahead and we'll set these aside. And the other kit we did was the Washes of Gratitude. So there were only 2 different card types, 4 of each one for this one. That one had 3 of each of 3 designs. So there were 9 cards in this. There's 8 cards in this one. This is a non-stamping kit as well. We have more adhesives. So we had these 2 cards in here. All right, these 2 cards, thank you cards. All right, because it's gratitude. So I'm going to keep these cards actually all out so we can see what they look like and what we are using from them. And I'm going to put these boxes aside so they're out of the way. And let's see what I came up with. So here are all the envelopes. So we'll leave those out here. And we'll start with, I think we're going to start from the bottom. We'll just see how far we get. All right, this one looks like I kept it very simple. And let's see, I think this is some extra stuff here. All right, I think we'll do this as one of the thank yous. All right, here we go. So instead of cutting these, which I very well could have, I decided I would just leave them as they are. And we'll just make some cards that go together, mixing it up a bit. All right, so this one is from the Shaded Petals, and this is from the other one. So we're going to do this and keep it fairly simple. So we're going to start off and we're going to use, and I'm going to go ahead and use my all-time favorite, the liquid glue. 1, because it's a little bit faster, and 2, because it's my favorite. So we're just going to go ahead and set that right there. And then we're going to, I think we're going to layer things up on here. All right, so we have these 2 circles, and that's how you can know that you've got them together. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the daubers, and I'm going to just do a little bit of a background on here. So we're going to take the dauber, and I'm just going to ink it up a bit and stamp some dots. All right. Now I have some ink on there, so what I want to do is I want to bring in my little chamois wipe that came with this. Well, we'll do it after. So with the glass mat, and then we're going to bring in some of the purple, and we're just giving it a light. You can see I'm not doing it really hard. Just a little bit of a light background. And we'll do that one right there. All right, just to give it a little bit more flair instead of having that stark white, because if you've been watching me for a while, you know stark white is just not my thing. So I'm going to bring this in and wipe up that ink. That's the beauty of the chamois. So this is the chamois that comes with the glass mat. You also, with the glass mat, get this, which is silicone, which sticks down to it, but I don't need it at the moment. But I did use this a lot for my Sunset Coast class to clean my watercolor brush the other day when I was doing it. And I'll show you that at the end. I've got those cards here. So let's go ahead and bring this back. And now, see, now we've got just a little bit more flair to it. Let's go ahead and glue these on here. We've got cat hair. Benji walked by. We're going to just do it like that. So we're going to glue, put a little bit of glue right here, a little bit of glue here. All right. There we go. And a little bit of glue here, here, and here. All right. Now, what I want to do, and I forgot to grab it, I want to take my black journal pen and kind of outline these. All right. And I'm just going to give them a little bit of an outline, just to kind of help them stand out. And I'm just doing little, almost like stitching. All right. So just kind of like that. Just little lines, little dots, not anything perfect. Oh, you can't even see that. Let's zoom in for you. There we go. Went, I guess, a little heavy-handed on those dots here. I should have stamped off kind of thing. But I do like how just kind of adding this little bit of stitching changes the whole look. All right, just kind of changes the whole look. And then we'll just kind of come down here. And we'll go over here. And here we go. Just kind of little lines or dots, whatever you want. And we'll just kind of keep it going down here. All right. So that's just added a little bit of dimension, a little bit of texture to it. Then we're going to put these on dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and grab my, there we go, grab my larger ones. The kids have been doing a lot of minis. I prefer the larger dimensionals. Here we go. So we'll take these like that. And then we're going to add this right there. All right. And then we're going to put our thanks, and I'm going to put a dimensional over here because it's hanging off. And then we'll add a little bit of glue, and we want to cover up this circle. All right, so thanks. And then For All You Do. And I'm going to put some of those mini dimensionals at the bottom there. Oop. Okay, mini dimensionals is where I really prefer to use my take your pick tool. It's just easier to grab them and to lay them on there. All right, which way? Yep, For All You Do, and then we'll do this. Take those off. And we have this right up against that For All You Do. All right, and there you go. Now you could also, whoops, pulled that too close. You could also emboss this. That's another thing you could do to change it up. You could emboss this. All right, and then of course you could stamp your sentiment or whatever else on the inside that you would want. So there's a simple card one, mixing and matching the stuff. Let's see, which one do we want to put it in? I think we'll go ahead and put it with this one because we've got that same pattern paper. All right, so here is card one. All right, let's see what I've got for another card. All right, here we go. We're going to use this one. All right, so we have this one from the Washes of Gratitude, and we're going to mix it up with some of the Petals. All right. And I think I was trying to decide which one of these frames I wanted. Did I want this frame or this frame? So let's see what this one looks like. So this is just the white, and I was going to color that. All right, let's see. Or we have the Highland Heather pieces to make our flower. And then we have, let's see, these. All right, here we go. So you know how to put them together because there's a little die cut in there, or a little cut. And so this one is a heart. So you're going to line up your hearts. All right. Let's see. Line up your hearts. There we go. Like that. All right. And on this one, it was kind of like a little keyhole. You can see there, it was a little keyhole. And so you just line up your little keyhole. And that helps you know how to put that together. All right, and then here again, we're going to line up our hearts. Right, and then this one, like that. So, oops, mix that up. There we go. And then these go over it, except I'm going to, let's see, do we want the yellow ones over the yellow? I don't know. I think we might want to change that color. So to change that color, we can change it on the back side. I think we're going to do a purple center for those. Excuse me. And we're just daubing that, the back side that was white. There we go. Like that. All right, where's my little cloth? Oh, this glass mat is so awesome because it's such quick cleanup. All right, so I think we're going to go with the circles. I think we're going with the circle one. Let's go ahead and put these together. So these is where you're going to use this. So you're going to use your glue dots and you're going to flip these over. All right. Oop. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. All right. So you're going to put your glue dot there. These are larger glue dots. And that's going to allow them to stick to each other. So we want to move those. And then you can still see through it so that you can line up your little keyholes. Okay, see, you have your little keyhole right there. So you can line that up. And then we're going to line it up on here. All right. And then we're going to put a dimensional on the back here, and I'm going to use one of my larger ones. All right. And then on the front, we're going to use a smaller glue dot to put the little yellow center on. And it's nice to pick it up with your take your pick tool and pop it on there like that. Now what I want to do is I want to use my thumbnail and kind of curl this. You can use your bone folder, and I can show you on those other ones. This one's already kind of put together. There we go. I'm going to do it that way. All right, gives it a little bit of dimension. So you can, I just find with these small ones, instead of doing this, I mean, that works, but I just find it's easier for me to just use my finger and my fingernail. All right. So you can do it before, you can do it after. I'm kind of curling some of these down, some of them up a little. You use your thumbnail or your point of your finger, whichever one you want, whichever one. So this one, just kind of using my thumb. And this one, I'm using the other finger, so I'm kind of curling it back. And then this one, I'll use my thumbnail again, just lightly curling it. All right, so let's put our, we're gonna do on 2 of them. Oh, not the very back ones. Getting myself confused. So we're gonna put glue dots on those. And then we're going to use smaller glue dot on the smaller ones. There we go. All right, so when I'm mixing and matching, I try not to overthink it, because if I overthink it, it's going to take me all day. So I kind of go with my first instinct. Okay, so what I mean by that is if I get my first instinct and I'm like, ooh, that looks good, I go with it. Because if I don't go with it, oh, that's not a heart after all. That's a different pattern. I don't even know how to describe what that pattern is. All right. It's a kind of a line with a dot on top. That looks like the same. Let's go here. Those are kind of, it looks almost off kilter. Let's see, they've got them looking all the same. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go this way. And then this one. All right, I think I've got these on the wrong one. Here we go. Nope, that's the same flower. All right. Must be this way. And I think this one goes over here. There we go. It's got to be graduating sizes, right? All right, so these are all curled the wrong way then. Let's kind of just curl them up a little bit. All right, here we go. Let's put these in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back of this. So we're going to grab our take a pick tool and put a few dimensionals on our frame. See if I can poke that without poking me. There we go. All right, so we're going to put a few dimensionals on here. Every few, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in between 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, didn't keep it even. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All right. Oh, we forgot to put our glue dot on our centers so that we could put our center on our flower, right? You know, you're sitting there going, June, you forgot your center flower, your flower center. Either way. All right, so let's pop that off. Go. This one. There we go. And then we're going to stick these on here. Ooh, see, I like dark centers on the flowers. I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and take these off. This is where the take a pick tool is a beauty. All right, so we're going to lay this right here. And then I think we're going to put this in the center. Like that. And we'll put another dimensional. We'll use the mini dimensional on these because they're smaller flowers. There we go. Then we're going to put this one over here. And put this one over here. And then we're going to do the best wishes right there. All right, so we're going to put dimensionals. Sometimes when I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, I want to put, or do we want it on this side? I think we want it over here. So I'm going to put dimensional here. And I'm going to put a dimensional here. That way those are lined up. I know they're not hitting anything. I know that the sentiment isn't going to be wonky. So we're just going to do that. Best wishes. All right. Simple, easy, mixing and matching. This is my first time and I'm liking it. And I'm liking that I'm not overthinking it. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that you can also use Wink of Stella on your flowers to kind of give them a little bit of shine. You don't want to squeeze too much because you don't want it to get all over the place. If you squeeze too much, it will come out in a big bubble rush and then give you a big puddle. So you can just do this and add this to it. All right, like that. And that will just add that little sparkle and shine. So Wink of Stella is a great addition to pretty much every kit. So if you don't have any Wink of Stella, I highly, highly recommend it. Let me see if you can see that shimmer. Can you see that shimmer on there? Hard to tell. This one didn't put out a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out somewhere where I can squeeze it. Maybe this one's running out. The thing is, when you think they've run out, they're not really out. Okay, let me grab my other one. Because when you think that they've run out, you can add a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And hi, Terry. Hi, Terry. See, you always have that. Hi, Hope. Great to see you. How are you doing? All right. Well, that's never happened to me before. All right, so here we go. This one's juicier. Let's see. So Wink of Stella is great to add to pretty much any kit. So if you're looking for something and you want to just up your game with your kits, doing Wink of Stella is a great way to do that. All right, an absolutely great way to do that. There we go. So just adding a little bit of shimmer to these cards, or to these flowers. But it's a great way to just up the game. Yeah, this one's a lot juicier. So that other one, I just need to add some alcohol to it, and then you can add an ink color if you want as well, or if you just like it, the shimmer without color, you can do that too. There we go. Just getting under there. Now you could put Wink of Stella on them beforehand. I personally don't really like to do it that way because I don't want to touch the Wink of Stella once I've got it on there. Let's see. Oh, that one just pops on. It's not a screw on. So there's that. We do have some sequins that we can use to decorate this. I'm going to stick that over there. I'm going to stick another one over here. They're not super sparkly. Then I'm going to do this one over there. But they do give a little bit of a note to it. So I've used 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there we go. That's just a touch. Doing great. You had to pop in when you saw I was live. Yes, we are doing good. How's your shoulder healing up, Pope? All right, so there is card 2. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. All right, so we have this one. This is the other Washes of Gratitude card, or the other card from the Washes of Gratitude, but we're going to be using the shaded petals with it and adding in some pop of color. All right, let's see here. Got that. We've got the gold. We've got these. All right. Just making sure I got all the right sides up. Okay, so we know that we're going to add just a little bit of color to those. So let's go ahead and bring in our ink and our dauber again. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do the edges just to give it a little bit of dimension and depth to these flowers. So it's not a whole lot. You're not pounding it on there. You're just adding a little bit of dimension to that outside edge. You don't necessarily have to do it deeper into the flower because you know these flowers are going to be layered. But it just gives it a little bit of extra dimension, a little bit of more color, more shading. So fabulous. Can't even tell you dislocated it twice. Ooh, twice. Ouch. Glad you had such a good physical therapist, Hope. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. I'm glad your dad is doing so good too. He's so amazing. I love how he bounces back and he's always happy-go-lucky. If only his brother was like that. Hope is my cousin, folks, for those of you who are wondering what the heck. Our dads are half brothers and very different. Very, very different. All right, so just adding a little bit of texture and color to this, some shading. All right, just to really bring them alive. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing for this. And then we're just going to keep it mostly white. That way we have all kinds of different flowers on here. We have the darker ones, we have the lighter ones, and then we've got the white. And you can see how I'm just doing a little bit around the edges and the tips. Not full on coloring them, just kind of adding a little bit of color to the white without it taking over. Because you know me, I can't do the stark white. I got to have some added color. I'm just not. Clean and simple cards are very challenging for me because I want to have color in there. I know there are some demonstrators out there who do a lot, that most of their cards are clean and simple white, and I just have a hard time with that much white. I like color. I mean, like even my shirt is colorful. It's not just one color. I prefer the multicolored shirts and things. Unless, of course, it's purple, then yeah, you'll find me wearing solid colored purple shirts. But usually there's something on it. Some sort of pattern or some sort of saying, something that's not just straight up purple. All right. Ooh, I like that. I like how those came out. All right. And I'm going to grab the yellow for this. And I'm just going to show you. We're just going to add a little bit because I can't just go plain after doing all that. We're just going to tap it on there. And then, oh, yikes, that went too much. That got too deep. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. Nope, that's what it is. All right, that's not what I meant to do. So we're going to find, where's the box? We're going to find a different center for those because that went way beyond my plan. All right. I think it's because I grabbed the wrong yellow. Let me look. Yep, it was supposed to be Daffodil Delight. So we're going to grab another one out of here. And I'm going to grab the Daffodil Delight this time. And then I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to take my tweezers. All right. And I'm just going to scrape it on there a little. See, that way it's just getting the edges without becoming a major mess. All right, just to add a little bit, just to give it a little bit more oomph. All right. Oh. There we go. All right. There, just gave it a little bit of texture. So that's another way you can do it if you don't have a dauber. I didn't want to search for a dauber. All right, so let's put these together. So you can see here, these kind of have that little tag look. So that's how you know how to put them together. So we're going to flip. No, we're not going to flip. We're just going to put it on the front like that. Ooh. I have to put it over to the side a little bit or it's not going to hold it on. Here we go. All right, let's pop these off like that. What are you up to today? Is it super hot there, Hope? I bet it is. It's pretty warm here. I actually have an air conditioner going, which is so not a normal me thing, but this room happens to be the hottest in the house. All right, so we're gonna line that up and we're gonna line, that would go right on it at the same. I'm gonna turn it, even though it's not necessarily supposed to be turned. And this looks off center, which bothers me. There we go. And then on this one, we're going to use the yellow like that. Whew. All right. And so now I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to just use my thumbnail and kind of curl things up a little, just the edges. All right. That's all I'm looking to do is just curl up the edges. So I just use my thumbnail like that. I just find it easier for me to do it. If you like the bone folder, use the bone folder. There we go. So that just gave that a little bit more flair. So let's go ahead and do our glue dots here like that. So I had planned out 4 cards, but we'll see. We're starting to get into a time factor. All right, so we're going to do this and this one. All right. There we go. And then one of these. Let's see, we'll use a smaller dot for that. There we go. And then we're going to go with the curling again, because it just makes the flower come alive, right? Don't you think? Just really makes the flower come alive. All right, and then we need one of our centers. We're going to use a gold center for this one. Pop this off. And then use a Take You Pick tool because it's so much easier. All right, like that. And then we'll put these 3 together. Huh, I wonder if that was supposed to be part of that. Oh well, we're going with it this way because that's what we've done. Don't know that I want to start pulling apart flowers. All right, here we go. And pop that off. like that. That one off. I'd have to go back and look at the other flowers, the other cards, to see if we goofed. So I'm going to turn that way. And I'm going to turn this one this way. And then we're going to put a little glue dot on there. And put, there we go. Put our little center on there. All right, so now we're going to curl up these edges. They're much smaller. I don't know if I did the wrong flowers. Now I'm curious. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. So it was supposed to be like that, but that's okay. And then these were the little mini flowers with only 2. That's okay. We just have a full flower here. See, I was just doing my own thing. All right. So now we have 3 stems. We have one stem right here, like this, that we can do. I feel like the big flower should be on there. And then we have another little stem over here. And we can put the little flower on that one. Actually, I think that other flower goes on there better. I'm going to do this one over here. Like that. And we can do this one there like that. All right, so let's glue our stems down. So this is where our tweezers come in super duper handy. So we're going to glue, and I'm just going to put glue on the thicker areas. Oh, there it comes. I was like, wait a second, is it not going to come today? You just never know. So I'm going to do mainly on the leaves. And then just a little bit thicker there. All right, there's our center one. All right, then we'll grab this one. And again, I'm just going to do it on the leaves like that. And we're going to kind of put it like it's a bouquet. So we're going to put all our stems together. And here we go, like this. All right. All right, and then we're going to put these on dimensionals. All right, so we're going to have that there, and that there. So the dimensionals help. All right. So it is Tuesday. What all do you have going on for the week, my friends? I just have lots of crafting going on this week. I need to finish my card club cards. I'm going to show you some of the cards I did for the Scenic Coast class. And there we go. Oh, we need a sentiment. Where's our sentiment? Here we go. We have a happy birthday sentiment. So we're going to put that on with our mini dimensionals. Like that. And we're just going to have it go right across right there. All right. And then we have this fun happy birthday. And again, you can add Wink of Stella, or we have the new shimmer brushes. This is the Golden Glow. Let's see how that looks on here. That's shimmering it up even more than the Wink of Stella. All right, look at that. Either that or my Wink of Stella is just not. And then we could use the Peaceful Pine. So here's how, if you have a brand new one like this, you want to take this off, unscrew it, take off your little plastic ring, and then there's a little piece in here that's going to pop that seal. All right, so then you want to turn it and keep turning it like that. Then you want to make sure to just pump it. So it says push right here on the sides. You want to just pump it. I'll shake it up. And then you want to pump it, and it will slowly start filling up. You can see I'm starting to get the peaceful pine in there, and you can see it's starting to fill up. All right. Takes a little bit. Come on. Whew. Fingers getting a little, whoops. Oh, well, that was not part of the plan. All right. But again, it's the glass mat, so it cleans up nice and easy. All right. And then what I can do is I can use my peaceful pine. Come on. All right. See, this is where this comes in nice and handy, because then you could do this to get it going. So you can see it takes a little bit, but once you get it primed and ready to go, there we go, then it is going to work great. All right, so then we have, come on, there we go. There we go. It's making it a little darker, which is a-okay as well, but we're giving the leaves some shimmer. There we go. Now it's juiced. Now it's rolling. There we go. So then you can use, so these shimmer brushes, if you have it in the color that you need, they are colored. So the Wink of Stella is not colored. It's just the shimmer. And then these shimmer brushes are colored. So it's making my leaves a little darker though, which is making them pop. And then of course it's adding the shimmer to them. All right. There we go. They're so easy to use. And they just really add some lovely shimmer to that. Oh, where's my shimmer? There's a little bit of shimmer on there. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera. Oh, you can see it here. You can see the golden glow shimmer right there really good. There you go. All right, so lots of different things you can use. Just know that if you use the Wink of Stella on something where you used ink, it is going to blend it, kind of like this blended in my yellow, but that's okay. I liked how it did that. But I wouldn't use it personally. I wouldn't use it on these petals because that will then make that color blend in. All right, so that makes it a little bit different. So there we go. Happy birthday with a little bit of shimmer. So that is our second card. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and use one of these envelopes for that. What did I do with my other envelope? So I did this one. Didn't I have this in an envelope? Pretty sure I put that in an envelope. Not sure what happened to it. All right. So there are 2 cards. I think we might have time for one more. Let's see, which one do I want to do? So I had these 2, you can see here, these 2 mixed up. I think we're going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to put this shimmer brush away. It pops on, not screws on. Oh, look, I got shimmer all over my thing. I'm going to have to go wash it out. Yikes. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. And this will be our last one. So that'll give you 3 mix and match ideas. 3 cards for mix and match. All right. So we've got our yellow circle again. We've got our leaves and a thank you. And then we have 2 flowers. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and, what color is that? So this is, oh, it's the Calypso Coral. So perfect. We'll use the Calypso Coral again to do these flowers. All right, to do these edges like this. I know they taught us to do it a little differently in the kit, so I'm just changing that up and doing the edges like that. So you can do it the way they taught it. All right, or you can do it this way, or you can do it some other way. You might want to change it all together and do your own thing. All right. So which way would you do it? Would you do it like they taught in the picture in the thing? This is where they stamped on it more and they daubed straight on it. I'm just doing mainly the edges. You could do the centers like that if you wanted to. Gives it a little more depth. And then do the outside edges. I just like how it gives it that dark outline. That's just a personal preference. So you can do that however you wish. We'll just go ahead and use a combination of the two. Maybe that's something you would do. So this is just tapping. They did it on the, they had it on the whole flower, but again, I'm just using a combination and doing the outside edges because I just like that. Well, they call it distressing when you do the outside edges like this. So that's just something I used to do all the time in my scrapbooks. And now I'm back at it. And over the years, I've used daubers and I've used sponges and I've used brushes. There's just so many different ways that you can do it. Now you have to really hold the center here when you do this so that you don't bend it. All right. So that's just one of those things that you need to know up front is you want to make sure it's secure so you're not bending it all over the place. All right, so that's done. Let's clean up our place. Move these over. We'll clean the ink off the glass mat. It's nice having the glass mat, right? Look, I can even clean my fingers real quick with this. And we're done. The glass mat dries pretty quick. I can even see it dry. I don't know. See, it's already dry. All right. So let's, okay, one more thing. Excuse me. I want to give this an edge as well so it stands out a little bit more. So I'm going to just do like this where it's just barely around the edge. All right. So you can see it's not even going to be the whole thing. It's just going to be wherever I can get to with the dauber. But it's just going to blend that color in with everything else so it looks like it all goes together. Okay, there we go. So just added a little bit of color to that. See that K. Could use a little bit more. There we go. I don't know why. All right, so let's see where we're going to put the, oh, let's put our flowers together first. All right. And see, they all have the same pattern in the center. So that makes it a little bit challenging as to what they go with, but that's okay. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's get these all done up. How is your summer going? Is it hot, or is it reasonably warm? I have been seeing a lot on Facebook about it being hot, like super crazy summer hot. So how is yours? Mine's actually not too bad. I mean, it's warm, but it's not unbearable. I do have the air conditioner on in here though, because this room with the 2 skylights and being at the top with who knows what kind of insulation, it's very warm in here. Very, very warm. So this is like this was the extension to the house, so it's very warm. And it doesn't attach to the rest of the house. So in the winter it was cold, and but I do have a heater built in up here. Its own separate heater. It's not part of the house heater because it was an addition over the garage. There we go. All right, and then we will put our little gold flower centers on there. All right, and then, of course, we know what I'm going to do. I'm going to curl them with my finger a little bit, just to give them that alive look, because no flower is just flat. All right. So I have some petunias coming up. I'm so excited about it because the first time I planted the petunias with all the buds and all the flowers, the deer ate them all. Yes, one night, the next morning I go out there and all but the marigolds are gone. All the petunias are gone. Neither of the marigolds. I have regular marigolds and I have, I think they're called African marigolds, but all the rest were gone. And I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. So I'll have that there. I'll have this here. And then we'll do the thank you right there. All right. So let's glue our yellow circle down. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to turn it into a purple circle. This is the Darling Duckling, and I like the pattern, but I have a hard time with that yellow. So we're going to change it up. I just decided that. All right, so what could we do? Let's just do this. We're just gonna change it up. It's gonna have its own pattern and texture because of the daubers. It almost looks like lips. Do you see that? Here, bottom lip, top lip. Not on purpose. I could have grabbed the brush, but I didn't because we have the daubers. And right now, other than the adhesive, I'm pretty much using everything and the glitter brushes. I'm using everything that's in these 2 kits to make these cards versus bringing anything else in. But oh yes, that looks so much better. I just have a hard time with that yellow. I don't know, or that much yellow. Not sure what it is. I like yellow centers on flowers. I like dark centers on flowers. I like yellow. It's not that I don't like yellow. I just have a hard time crafting with yellow. I'm not sure why or what that's all about. All right. So, and again, another way that I could have done all this was to, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to just, actually, I think we're going to use glue dots for that. I could have embossed, probably should have, probably had planned to, but then I got on a roll here doing this, so I didn't emboss, but you could certainly emboss and take these cards to the next level. Oh my gosh, that would be a great way to do it. And probably on other cards I will, but this time around I just got into trying to figure out and remember what I had planned for these cards, so we did it. And we're not even going to get to that fourth card, because I try not to go much over an hour. I'm a little bit over an hour. Oh, I'm an hour and 28 minutes already. I'm way over an hour. Shame, shame. All right, but if you've hung out with me this long, thank you. If you come back and finish it another time, thank you. And if you didn't, you won't hear this part anyways. Sorry, it went way over, but I did get you 3 cards. You did learn some new things. And here we go. There we go. And then we're going to stick this up under here, so we have some more greenery on there, like that. And then we're going to put this on dimensionals. And then we'll call it good, because I definitely don't want to get into 2 hours with you. Of course, you know, I could go 2 hours, easy peasy. But you might not want to do 2 hours. That's long. I attempt to keep it about an hour, but I guess I went over. Here we go. I love it. There we go. And we still have our triangle there. I'm not going to use these. These are the only gems with it, but you could, because it has the gold dots on it, it works, and you have the gold lettering here. If you wanted to add gems, you could totally add some gems to it. I think I like this one the best. Which one do you like the best? So we have this card. I'm going to put this in here. We have this card, this card, and this card. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Which which card was your favorite? Okay, 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. I don't know. I'm struggling. I think I like 3 the best. So I guess I saved the best for last, maybe. So there you go. 1, 2, or 3. Which one did you like best? I don't know. I like them all. I really like these 2 kits, and I think they went well together to mix it up with the 2 of them. So I should have, hopefully, my kits, my new July kits, by next week, and then we'll start with new ones. I won't always necessarily mix up my July or my 2 of the same months together. I'm going to just add a few of these on here, because I think they work with it. Oop. Here we go. Just adding, just thought, oh, that kind of needs a little bit more. That's 4. We got to go with 5 because we need an odd number. All right. So we have our 3 cards for today. Now I want to show you. I did the Scenic Coast class. All right. And it was great. I learned a ton of new techniques. Even for myself, I learned a bunch of new techniques. So I just wanted to show you the cards. This was our stamping card, and these stamps are amazing. I can't wait. Now I'm using this set for Card Club for this month. So if you really want this set and you get it and you do this class, then I will send you the ingredients for my Card Club. All right, but I'm not showing you those cards today. And then, so this was our stamping card. And this one was our artistic card. We did some watercolor painting on here. So that was super cool. What a neat idea. This was a little tricky to line up, but it worked. It worked. This is the artistic card. This was our shabby chic card. So that was pretty cool. And then we did that on the inside as well. Loved it. And then this was our more modern card. All right, so if these cards interest you and you're thinking, wow, I would love to do those cards, all you have to do is sign up for the Scenic Coast class. It's still available. You'll watch it on the Facebook group like I did because I couldn't do it the day of. You'll also want to get the Scenic Coast collection, the paper and the stamps and dies and the gems. And then when you purchase all that, I will send you the tutorial and the video tutorial and PDF for Card Club, which uses this same set, or you can join us for Card Club. All right. So let me know if that's something that interests you. You can put Card Club down there and I will reach out to you. If you do purchase it, I will see that you purchased it because I get an email, and I will make sure to reach out to you to see if you want to join us for Card Club or if you want to just get the materials to make it on your own. It's all up to you. You can join us or you can do it on your own with the video. Totally your choice. So if you have questions about that, again, put Card Club questions below or just say Card Club and I will reach out to you. Thanks for taking the time to watch today. I really appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other of my lives and hit that little bell so you get notification. If you're on Facebook, thanks so much. Make sure that you click the follow button so that you can also get the information for when I go live. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you back here actually on Thursday for a special Scenic Coast card class, not card class, but card that I will be doing for you. And then I'll be able to show you also what we're doing for Card Club. So I'll see you on Thursday at, oh, let me look. I'm going to post it. I'll let you know. But Thursday, where'd I put it? Thursday at 3:30. That's what time. 3:30, I think it is. 3:30 or 4 o'clock, something like that. I'll post it and you'll know that it's coming. So take care. Have a great rest of your Tuesday and have an awesome Wednesday. Bye-bye.